How do you do, and hello, welcome to the Rock Out Loud podcast. My name is Mark. I am joined, as always, by my clipboard and a very special guest. Please welcome my good friend, Sbaramya!
Hello, everyone.
Sbaramya, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.
Welcome. So, let's start with one of the three questions I'm going to ask you from my clipboard. How old are you currently, and how old were you when you started taking lessons?
So right now I'm currently 12 years old. I started taking lessons when I was when I was 10 years old.
When you were 10 years old. So you've been taking lessons at Rock Out Loud for 2 years.
Yes.
Cool. Rad. How's your time at Rock Out Loud been?
My time at Rock Out Loud has been pretty nice. I really liked it here.
Nice. Cool. If you had to say, what is your favorite thing about Rock Out Loud?
I really like how the building projects as if you were in a real concert. It just gives that concert feeling.
I like how when you walk in the front door, applauds for you.
Yeah.
Can I tell you a funny story?
What?
The first time I walked into this building and the applause went off, I got scared.
You back.
Oh, wow.
Thank you. I wish I was that cool. Oh,
wow.
What a world that would be where I was that cool. I am that cool, ladies and gentlemen. Great. So the whole reason we're here is because we just had a big old concert. Where's that concert at again?
The Stone Pony.
Yeah, and that was your first ever concert, right?
No.
No.
I had many concerts before.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sbaramya is what we refer to as a Rock Out Loud veteran. That was a bait question. I love that. Great. So you've played the Stone Pony. You've played the Bitter End. And you've done both of those venues multiple times.
Yep, and I've been to a place in Ashbury Park once where I sang Believer. Then at the Bitter End I sang Enemy. Then World's Smallest Violin in the Bitter End. Then Stone Pony I just sang all those other songs.
All those other songs. You sang, I can remember this. This was only a few weeks ago. You sang Smooth Criminal.
Yep, Smooth Criminal.
That was with Sharab. And you sang When I Come Around.
Yep, When I Come Around by Green Day.
All right, so of those two songs, which one did you enjoy more?
When I Come Around.
When I Come Around. Yeah, because you got to be the solo vocalist in the rock band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that song was sick. That was such a good song. Julia and Camden on the guitars really, really brought it. Really brought it. Love that. Drummer brought it as well, obviously.
Yeah.
And you had the legend. You had Rashab on bass. It's gnarly. All right. So I'm going to steal a question that somebody may or may not have asked earlier today. Do you think you prefer the Stone Pony or the Bitter End?
Ooh, that's a very hard question.
I know. Whoever asked that question, real keen individual, that one. Oh, feel free to mug to the camera, by the way. If ever you want to highlight something, feel free to really
Yeah, no, this camera. This is your camera.
That's your camera. My camera's over here, so every once in a while you're going to see me do one of these.
Yeah, okay.
Do
So,
that.
yeah. So,
Do that.
okay.
Do the more. Come on. You gotta look at that camera.
I'm
You're
looking
looking at me. You gotta look at the camera. Do it again.
Okay.
Try it. Go. No. Sort of. That's close.
Yeah.
We can fix this in post.
Yeah.
So, Stone Pony
Yeah.
versus the Bitter End. Battle of the venues. Which do you prefer?
It's a very hard question, that's one thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I think, in my honest opinion, the Stone Pony was a little bit better than the Bitter End, to be honest.
Interesting.
Because the Stone Pony had a lot more space to stretch out, while the Bitter End had just one whole area, which was very clumped in. While the Stone Pony had a whole thing, a whole bunch of space, so he could actually stretch out, have some room, prepare for stuff.
Kind of breathe a little bit. You can enjoy the air conditioning. I don't know if the Bitter End has air conditioning.
I don't think they
ever.
do.
They actually do in a tiny small room in the back. It's very nice. More people should have gone there. One thing I will say in kind of the defense of the Bitter End, I prefer the Stone Pony. I like a more spacious venue myself. But I will say the Bitter End is a little smaller. So when you have that room packed full of people, man, it feels real nice.
It does.
Yeah.
It feels
It's
real
intimate,
nice.
right?
Yeah.
Very. Word. Cool. So, at this concert, we sang Smooth Criminal with our brother, who incidentally I don't know if you're aware of this, Sharab is your biggest fan.
Yeah, basically.
It is. Yeah, basically. Oh, I love that. It is. It's like Sharab and Lindsay. Those are your two, like, they love you so much. It's so touching. It's very, very nice. What's it like performing with your brother?
So, like, when I perform with my brother, I actually feel more comfortable since, like, he's already a person that I know. So, like, it just feels more comfortable to sing with someone you know so that, like, you won't feel, like, too nervous about something.
Word. So it's, like, easier to share the stage with this person because you have that, like, pre-built rapport already.
Yeah.
Yeah. Word. I buy that, for sure. Yeah. God, what was the other song you sang with Sharab? That was...
Another One Bites the Dust.
Another One Bites the Dust. We got to keep throwing you guys on classic rock songs together. I love that.
Can I ask a question?
Oh, yeah, please.
Your brother talked about listening at home to classic Hindi, and you're doing classic rock. Do your parents like classic rock now better than classic Hindi?
My mom and dad like classic Hindi because since we're all, like, Hindus, most of us really like Hindu songs, old or new.
Do they like the fact that now you're doing classic rock and you're introducing them to new styles of music?
Yeah.
Neat. That's rad. Love that. All right, so tell me a little bit about what it's like working with your coach. Your coach is...
Dominic right now.
Dominic. What's it like working with Dominic?
So, over the past month, I've been with Dominic for my coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty nice.
Right.
I actually really enjoyed his exercises and how he teaches me how to, like, do the songs more clearly.
Interesting. What is your favorite exercise, if you had to pick one?
Two things. First of all, I really like how, like, when you do, like, the paper thing, like how you can breathe in. It goes a little like this. Pretend this is like a piece of paper.
Okay.
Then after that, you have to breathe in, and you have to blow it. I think it somehow makes me more calmer and makes me, like, ready to sing. And the second thing I really like is recording because Dominic makes very funny statements, which I really like.
Like what?
So, like, he makes, like, really funny stuff.
Right.
And sometimes during takes, I laugh. It usually happens.
I love that. That's rad. Oh, man. So what is your favorite song that you have worked on at Rock Out Loud?
My favorite song is very hard to decide. Trust me on that one.
Fun fact about Sbaramya, sorry to interrupt. Fun fact about Sbaramya, I was looking at Saramya's roster of songs. It's extensive. I started counting, and then I lost count, like, I don't know, halfway or 2/3 of the way through the list, and I was in, like, the 30s. Like, Sbaramya has worked on an extensive repertoire of songs.
Makes sense when you've been here for, like, the past 2 years.
It does make sense when you've been here for 2 years. Huzzah. Nice. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I know Sharab has done, like, musical theater, like, stage worky stuff.
Yeah.
Do you also have any, like, musical theater stage experience?
Before, like, July, no. But, like, in July, I did a Matilda musical.
Neat.
And that was my first ever musical that I ever done. It was very good, actually. I was very nervous because we were doing the actual show 5 times in a row.
Wow. That's a lot of shows.
We did it 5 times. 2 of them are, some are on separate days. Like, there's one show on this day, one show on the other day. And sometimes it could be 2 shows on the same day.
You had 2 show days?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Luckily, we had break.
That's ooh,
At least we
if you
had
to do them
break.
back to back. Oh, that's a
Best thing
nightmare.
is, during break, we had pizza.
I love 2 show day break pizza. It's the best pizza you're gonna
I think
have.
I had Domino's.
Domino's, honestly, I would even be cool with a Domino's. It's not my favorite pizza, and we do live in the state of New Jersey, so that is mildly sacrilegious, but it's consistent, and sometimes that's all we need. Sbaramya, how is, like, doing music at Rock Out Loud different than any kind of, like, experience you have doing music at, like, school?
So, when I do it at Rock Out Loud, I feel like I have more freedom to decide what song I want. In school, the teacher just decides the song, and she's like, okay, everyone, this is the song now, you can just practice.
So it's like the teacher's programming repertoire kind of, like, based on what they think is going to sound really good for, like, the ensemble. But, like, at
Yeah.
Rock Out Loud, our coaches are like, what do you want to do? What do you feel
Exactly. You get
And-
to choose some stuff. You get choices.
Neat. I like choice.
And sometimes if you don't know what it is, teachers can give you recommendations, which is also pretty good.
Yeah. Isn't that nice? Huzzah. So there's that like level of agency we have here. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Agency, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I really would be doing a bad job if I didn't mention this. When you went, it was my first stage experience. That was a really good mug to the camera left. Very nice. Very good. What advice would you give to students who are just starting out with Rock Out Loud?
So if you're starting out with Rock Out Loud, I recommend you at least first of all, you should get to know your teacher, obviously.
Coach.
You get to know your coach. Yeah, you get to know your coach. You get to do the good thing about that is that you get to decide the songs you want.
Mm-hmm.
You get to do and if you're struggling on some things, teachers can just polish or fix it for you. It's that easy.
And you get to play shows like The Bitter End and Stone Pony.
Yeah, and you get to go to the popular places in life. Like, who doesn't want to go to the Bitter End or Stone Pony at this point? Who doesn't want to go?
Who doesn't? Sbaramya, is there anyone in your life that you would like to thank for helping you along on your musical journey?
I would like to thank my parents and my brother because they made me believe. They made me believe in the fact that I could just do it. Like, if I wanted to do something, I could do it.
That's great. That's really inspirational.
You know, my favorite thing about you, by the way, is, incidentally, I've worked with you a little bit. I like how game you are to just do stuff. Like, when we were working through the split for, what do we do for Smooth Criminal, when there's, that, I don't know. You're like, I'll do it. I was like, Sbaramya, you're good with that? You're like, yeah, I need to listen to the song a little bit, but yeah, I'll do that. No worries. Cool. Would you be cool taking, lead in the chorus? Yeah, I can do that.
That's great.
I love how you're like, yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
I'm
I can
determined
do it.
to try my best in some songs.
But that's confidence, man, right?
It's
Do
confidence.
you feel like maybe some of that confidence came from coming to lessons here and working with somebody like Mark or Dominic?
Since I've had experience in Rock Out Loud for 2 years, it feels more comfortable to ask people for help or something because since I already been here and know how everything works, I could just if I need help, I could just do something. I could just tell the coaches about it or anything like that.
That's great, man. It's the coaches now. Round of applause for the coaches. Yeah, snap.
And you could always fall back. You're your brother's a really good resource too. You could always if you have a thing, Sharab is for sure going to be down. He's going to be game to help 10 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, that's so sweet. All right, so we are roughly about to wrap up our interview. Thank you very much for joining me. I just have one final question for you here. If you could be any animal, what animal would you be?
If I would be any animal, I would. Okay, this is really hard to decide.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably be a giraffe.
Be a giraffe. And a follow-up question. Which question was harder? The what animal would you be question, the what is your favorite song you've ever worked on at Rock Out Loud question, or the Stone Pony versus Bitter End question?
What was your favorite animal? That was one of the hardest ones I had to decide.
What was your favorite animal was our hardest question. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Rock Out Loud podcast. I have been Mark. This has been my clipboard. And this has been my very good friend, Sbaramya. Thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.